your daily news.
Big Finish! And good Thursday morning to you. It is June 26th. My gosh, we are almost at the end of June, and we are right smack dab at the top of the hour. It is 6 a.m. here at FM 104.5, AM 950 KAHI. You know what it is. It is the voice of the foothills. Chris Quant with you here, holding it down in beautiful Studio A, KAHI Studios, downtown Auburn, looking out at what are quiet streets right now, other than producer Shane walking in. Did you walk here again this morning?
I did.
Okay, fantastic. You're getting your exercise in. Didn't see the SOTD, the shirt of the day, big reveal. Ooh, okay. I don't even know what I'm looking at. It's green and brown, and are those hats? What the heck am I looking at?
Hats on cactuses?
Hats on cactuses.
I'm not quite sure myself.
Sometimes we don't know what the shirt is. We just trust the shirt is what it needs to be. So the shirt of the day. As always, if you want to tune in and see what's going on here in beautiful Studio A, see how beautiful it is, and the SOTD, the shirt of the day, you can do so at youtube.com/@KAHI. That's the @ symbol, KAHI-radio. And you too can see producer Shane's shirt of the day today. And looking out at a very quiet Auburn, that is not going to be the case over the next couple of days. For those of you that don't know, this weekend is the legendary now Western States, what is it? Run, I guess, is what it is.
I think so, yeah.
Marathon. It's a long way. As I was driving in this morning, gang, if you haven't taken time to appreciate just this beautiful area that we live in, get out there today and wherever you can, if you can, get out there and just breathe in the air. Just looking out over the canyons today, coming in, the sun hasn't quite risen yet, so there was that pinkish, purplish hue over the mountains if you're looking out towards the east, and the trees you can see all against the horizon there, and it was really cool just to sit back and look at that and say, my gosh, people are going to run all through those canyons, up and down and over and crossing streams. And they've got, being a fan of Formula One and racing, they've got pit crews for your feet. Basically, you sit down and people take care of your feet, and they swap out your shoes, and they do all the things. A friend of mine who's involved with Western States, has been for a long time. She and her daughter were actually the first mother-daughter team to complete the Western States. Wow. So they've got their belt buckles for sure. Was hoping to get her on their show today to just talk a little bit about it. Producer Shane, had I planned a little bit ahead of time, I would have realized that this weekend was Western States and gotten somebody on here to talk about it. But she said, I texted her yesterday. I'm like, hey, this is short notice, but would love for you to come in and chat about it. And she's like, well, I would love to come in and chat about it, but I'm up in Olympic Valley working on the start-finish line over here. So she's actively involved in it, and she's actually actively part of maintaining the trails that the Western States runs on. So very cool for her. And she's also part of the history expedition team. So for those, we've had them in here. For those of you that are familiar with that, the team, Tim Tweetmeyer and Bob Crowley that do that. And they're pretty well known around here as ultra runners as well. And they do a lot of history expeditions, like retracing the steps of the Donner Party, and then the team that went back up, the rescue team that went back up to rescue the Donner Party. And they're working on some other walks, so they've recreated those walks as well. So Elka Reamer is a good friend of mine. She's a part of that. So she said, well, have you seen if Shannon can come in? Now, Shannon, for those that know, and I can't remember Shannon's last name off the top of my head here. She is very involved in it, actually getting the Western States Museum. We need to check in with her about that. Shannon Wild, she also is a expert on the Western States, and so Elka's like, well, hey, check with her, and she's all. So I texted her yesterday. She's like, oh, amazing opportunity. No, I'm actually up in Olympic Valley.
Sensing a trend here.
Helping to set up for Western States. So I'm like, oh, so the week of Western States, a couple days before, is a bad time to ask people who are highly involved with Western States to come on the radio. So maybe we'll get them afterwards, and we'll talk to them. And I thought, Shane, next year we should get one of the runners on here.
Oh, for sure.
Somebody who's actually crazy enough to actually do this. And I would love to I'll talk to Elka about it. But we'll see maybe next year somebody who's not even from this country, who comes here, who spends all this time and effort and energy and finance and expense. And some of these folks are sponsored. They have sponsors. They're, I guess, professional runners. I guess you could be a professional runner. You've got, like,
think so,
obviously
yeah.
folks with the Tour de France, which is going to be happening here in a little bit as well. My brother-in-law is a huge Tour de France fan. Loves watching that. Yeah, I guess you get paid to race, basically. Paid to run, or paid to ride a bike, or paid to do a lot of things. Hey, listen, if anybody's willing to sponsor the show, now that we're on the air too, Shane and I will wear jerseys with your logo on
Sure,
it.
why not?
You see, like the NASCAR drivers at the end of a race. I'd like to thank the ExxonMobil, Hewlett Packard, Dave's, tire shop for sponsoring. They list out all the sponsors. I have no problem saying I'd like to thank the Auburn Ale House, Depot Bay, conglomerate for sponsoring Chris in the Morning if they want to do that. So heads up there. If anybody wants to sponsor the show this morning, we would be more than willing. We'll shout you out more than once. But hey, by the way, it is a beautiful Thursday out there. Again, Western States is happening this weekend. So if you're around, just be prepared that there could be a bit more traffic, a bit more people in town, which we love. We love all of that attention here on Auburn. We love those dollars being spent here in Auburn. But maybe if you're looking to get around here a little bit, maybe just find some other ways, or come down, and even better, come down to the stadium, Lefevre Stadium there, and support folks. Having lived by Lefevre Stadium, just behind it for a few years, do know that if you're around there, especially Shane, since you got the speakers hung back up there the other day, that PA system will be going off all night, I believe Saturday night into early Sunday morning as folks are crossing the finish line. I think they have 30 hours to complete. I think 30 hours is the
something like that.
cutoff that they have to complete there. So that is all through the night and well into the morning. But man, what an accomplishment. And it's so exciting to see. If you've not been down there to the stadium, do yourself a favor. Go down there. If you're in town here, walk down there. If not, drive in and find a place to park and go and just see the community that's down there, the support for folks that's down there. Listen, when you just run 100 miles, they don't make that easy. I don't know if you've been on that trail, that last part up into Roby Point before you get up into the neighborhood there. It's sadistic. It's almost straight up. I have my friend Elka took me on that trail. Actually, we while we were out hiking there, we ran into Joey Montoya, head coach of Placer High School football team, and he was out there running. He was out there training. This was a couple of years ago, but he was out there running and training, and just walking it is rough, right as you're coming up there at the end there. So I was like, my gosh, you've just run over 100 miles. The finish line is, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 minutes away. And you've got to get this brutal, in my mind, brutal climb up there at the end. But I guess it makes it all the more worth it. And for all those that finish it and will finish it this weekend ahead of time, congratulations. And even if you don't finish, but you just do it and say that you can do it, what a huge thing to hang your hat on, right? What a great accomplishment. So props to you guys that are doing that. Hey, let's say props to you if today is your birthday. Happy stinking birthday to you. Born on this day, well, kind of a controversial figure, Colonel Tom Parker, Dutch-American talent manager. Colonel Parker, the colonel, you know who he managed famously? The Colonel, Elvis Presley.
Okay.
Have you seen that movie with Austin Butler? Elvis. Oh, do yourself a favor.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, it's good. I mean, I don't think you even need to be an Elvis fan necessarily. Obviously, Elvis is so iconic that you're going to recognize the music.
For sure.
You're going to recognize a lot of the scenarios when he went on the Ed Sullivan Show, Hound Dog, all of that. But Austin Butler's performance as Elvis Presley, I actually was reading something where he had a coach that had him. I mean, he looks like and sounds like Elvis. So the way that he talks and sounds exactly like, in my opinion, like Elvis. But he had to have they worked on that film for I think almost 2-3 years.
Oh wow!
So he was almost doing it exclusively, and it was probably around COVID as well. So there was probably some delays around there. But his next role after that, he had to have somebody helped coach him how to not sound like Elvis after that. So he wasn't sounding, I think it was the special on Apple where he played one of the pilots in a group, it was a World War II reenactment. But yeah, he had to actually learn not to. A lot of times, actors, you have to learn to talk like the character, but not to have to learn how to not talk like
That's hilarious.
the character. Sean Hayes, American actor, born on this day in 1970. Happy birthday! He was Jack on Will and Grace. If you've ever watched Will and Grace, just Jack has a very famous podcast. Him and Jason Bateman and Will Arnett. Have a podcast called Smartless. Those guys have done very well. Speaking of COVID, it was born out of COVID, where they couldn't do anything. They, especially in that industry, you're not making any movies, you're not making any films, so they started a podcast. And the premise is that stay tuned to the radio, by the way. But if you are looking for, if you're kind of in a mood for a hilarious podcast, the idea is that one of them will bring on a guest, and the other two have no idea who the guest is, and then they have to, oh my gosh, surprise! Now they interview the guest throughout the whole episode, and it's a very cool concept. And they've done very well with it. It's become its own industry in a way. Derek Jeter, American baseball player, born on this day in 1974. So happy birthday to them, and happy birthday to you. And by the way, here's a fun fact for today. In 1498, the bristle toothbrush was invented in China. So if you didn't know, there's your Trivial Pursuit knowledge. I won't overwhelm you with the Trivial Pursuit knowledge. I know you're not a huge fan, but yeah, there's a little fun fact for you. As my history professor would do, if he put a star next to that date, a star date, you knew that would definitely be on the test. So on this day, 1498, the bristle toothbrush was invented in China. By the way, I'll do a quick update here for those that might have listened in the 6 o'clock hour but didn't catch the rest of the show. The skunk saga, I did wrap that up a little bit yesterday during the end of the 7 o'clock hour, the 8 o'clock hour. We'll talk about that here in just a little bit in case you missed it, because I think we need to pay tribute to the little guy. There's a little bit of a spoiler for you. But before